Have you ever promised yourself that tomorrow would finally be different? You set the alarm for 5 a.m. You picture a better morning, a clearer mind, a more disciplined life. In your imagination, everything feels possible. And then, the alarm rings. You open your eyes, your hand reaches out. Snooze. Once. Twice. Again. When you finally wake up, the sun is already high. The day has begun without you. And that familiar feeling returns. Heavy, quiet, uncomfortable. Regret. You sit there and tell yourself, I'm just not built for mornings. I need more sleep. I'll start next week. But what if that first hour of the day, the one you keep giving away, is quietly deciding the direction of your entire life? What if one ordinary man discovered that destiny doesn't change overnight, but it does change before the sun rises? This is the story of a man who had almost nothing, until one simple decision at 5 a.m. changed everything. Stay with me till the end. This story might not just inspire you, it might wake something up inside of you. In a loud factory town where machines never truly rested and smoke hovered in the air, lived a 33-year-old man named Ethan. Ethan worked as a night watchman at a storage warehouse. Every evening at exactly 8 p.m., he clocked in. Every morning at 6 a.m., he clocked out and walked home alone, tired, drained, unnoticed. His paycheck barely survived the month. He lived in a tiny rented room, a thin mattress on the floor, a fan that rattled more than it cooled, one weak bulb flickering above him. His clothes were worn, his shoes were tired, just like him. But money wasn't his deepest problem. The real weight he carried was the feeling that his life wasn't moving forward. Every morning as Ethan walked home through quiet streets, he passed houses glowing with warm light, families eating breakfast, children adjusting their school bags, men in clean shirts heading somewhere with purpose. Ethan slowed his steps, and the same questions returned. Is this all my life will ever be? Will I always walk home while others walk toward their dreams? He tried to change. He applied for better jobs again and again. But without degrees or special skills, doors stayed closed. He wanted to learn something new, but after working all night, his body demanded sleep, not growth. Once a week, his mother called from the village. "My son, when will life get easier for you? I just want to see you settled." Ethan smiled so she wouldn't worry. "Soon, Mom. I'm trying." But when the call ended, the silence returned. And deep down, he didn't know how. The painful truth was this: Ethan wasn't lazy. He worked every single night, stayed alert, did his job well. But effort alone wasn't changing his future. He slept through daylight, lived life in reverse, and felt left behind. One thought kept circling his mind: there has to be another way. One cold morning in November, just as his shift ended, his phone rang. It was his sister. Her voice trembled. "Ethan, Mom collapsed. She's in the hospital." The bus ride felt endless. At the small clinic, his mother lay weak, but awake. The doctor spoke quietly. She needs rest, medicine, better food, things they could barely afford. She held Ethan's hand and whispered, "Please, don't waste your life like I did. Find your path. Promise me." That night, something inside Ethan broke, not into sadness, but into fire. Anger at being stuck,
anger at feeling powerless. He stepped outside. The sky was dark blue, slowly lightening. Birds had begun to sing. It was 5 a.m. Farmers were already walking to work. And in that quiet moment, with the world still half asleep, Ethan made a decision. "No more," he whispered. "I will change my life, no matter how hard it is." On the bus back to the city, he noticed a man sitting across from him. Calm, neatly dressed, reading a book. Ethan glanced at the time. 6 a.m. Something made him speak. "Sir, why are you awake so early?" The man smiled. "I wake up at 4:30 every day. Mornings are where I plan my life." They talked. The man's name was Mr. Liu. When Ethan explained his night job, Mr. Liu nodded slowly. "You're awake when the world sleeps, and asleep when the world builds. That's why you feel stuck." Then he leaned closer. "Listen carefully. The hours between 5 and 7 a.m. are powerful. That's where lives are built, quietly." Hope stirred inside Ethan. "But I'm exhausted," he said. "I work nights." "Then change how you sleep," replied Mr. Liu calmly. "Sleep earlier, wake up earlier. Use mornings to build your future." Before leaving, he handed Ethan a card. "If you're serious, call me." The next day, Ethan did something unfamiliar. He stayed awake. He met Mr. Liu at a small cafe. "You showed up," Mr. Liu said. "That already puts you ahead of most people." He drew a simple diagram. "Your life is like a house," he explained. "Right now, you're surviving, but there's no foundation. Those early morning hours, that's where the foundation is built. 2 hours a day, 14 hours a week, hundreds of hours a year. Time most people sleep through." The rules were simple. Hour 1, learn a skill that can change your income. Hour 2, strengthen your body and your mind. No excuses, no skipping. Sleep by 9 p.m. The first weeks will hurt, but discipline always hurts before it saves you. The first mornings were brutal. The alarm screamed. His body begged him to quit, but he remembered his mother's face. Slowly, things began to change. He learned Excel, basic accounting, free online courses. He walked every morning, watched the sun rise, felt alive. Weeks passed, his mind sharpened. Months passed, his confidence grew. At work, he improved systems. People noticed. On the 89th day, he was called into the office. "We need someone new," his supervisor said. "You understand the work and the numbers." Day shift, double salary. 1 year later, he moved his mother closer, paid for her care, built stability. And yet, every morning, at 5 a.m., he still woke up. Not out of struggle, but respect. Because that hour changed everything. And now I ask you, what could your life become if you stopped pressing snooze? If you used the quiet hours to build instead of escape? If this story inspired you, take a moment to like the video. Subscribe to the channel, share what you learned, and send this story to someone who needs hope today. I'll see you in the next story.